okay. Ooh.
3 doctors decided to face the spiritual realm and ventured into the haunted wing of the hospital. Watch what happens next.
Go in. Go in.
Go in. No, go in.
Go in. Go in. Figure out why the lights on. I don't like that. I don't like that. Do it.
They look like evil eyes. You guys can come in with me.
Yeah, of course we're gonna go with you.
Thanks. Ooh, it feels weird. Was that you?
Yeah.
That's where it feels weird. Ooh. The curtain moved.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It moved.
No,
It moved.
it
It
didn't.
moved. Yes, it did.
Why would
It did.
move?
How did you not see that? Oh, okay. Ooh.
These girls went to an abandoned school, and this is what happened.
No, go. Knock harder. Let them know. Let them.
You've just witnessed terrifying images. These haunted videos, filled with shadows, strange figures, and unexplainable events, are not just random occurrences. They are signs, clear indications of a greater battle happening in the world around you. A battle between good and evil. You see, both sides exist. You've been shown the darkness through these videos. But now, I am here to remind you of the light. It's no accident that these images stir something inside you. Fear, curiosity, maybe even doubt. But let me ask you this. Why do you feel drawn to these videos in the first place? What is it about them that captures your attention? Is it the unknown? Or perhaps the thrill of confronting something beyond your understanding? Whatever the reason, it is important to realize one thing. These haunted videos, the demons and evil spirits within them, are real. They exist to distract you, to pull you away from what is good and pure. They seek to create fear in your heart, to weaken your spirit. They want you to feel alone, vulnerable, and afraid. But you are never alone. I want you to understand that even though evil exists, it has no power over you unless you allow it in. It can only influence those who open the door to it. So why show you this? Why allow you to see these haunted images, these dark manifestations? It is not to glorify them, but to remind you of a greater truth. Good and evil are both present in this world, and the choice between them is yours. Yes, demons exist, and yes, they can be frightening, but they are powerless against those who live in the light. The darkness may try to surround you, but the light within you is far stronger. I am here to guide you, to protect you, and to show you how to avoid falling into the traps set by these dark forces. You do not need to be afraid. I will give you the tools, the strength, and the wisdom to keep yourself safe. But before we get into that, I need you to understand the nature of what you are seeing. These videos are not merely entertainment or strange occurrences. They are part of a larger reality, a spiritual reality where good and evil are constantly at odds. Every time you witness a ghostly figure, a shadow moving on its own, or an unsettling noise in the darkness, know that it's more than just a coincidence. There are forces at work that want to drag your soul away from peace and into fear. I am here to help you understand why these forces exist and how they operate. More importantly, I will show you how to protect yourself. You are not alone in this fight. You were never meant to face these forces without guidance. The light is always within you, and it is far more powerful than any evil you may encounter. As you continue watching, you will learn not only the truth behind these haunted videos, but also how to keep your spirit shielded from these dark influences. There is nothing to fear when you walk in the light. You will be protected. Now let us continue and understand why these forces try so hard to reach you, and what you can do to stop them. As you journey through this world, you will encounter both the good and the bad. This is the nature of life. From the moment you were born, you were thrust into a world where both light and darkness coexist. But understand this, just because evil exists doesn't mean it must have power over you. Good and evil have always been at odds, stretching back to the earliest days of creation. You may remember the story of Adam and Eve, the first humans to walk the earth. They lived in a place of pure goodness, the Garden of Eden. But even there, evil found a way to whisper into their ears, tempting them, pulling them away from the perfection they were created for. That serpent, the embodiment of evil, introduced doubt, and through doubt, sin entered the world. But let me tell you something. Even though that was the beginning of humanity's struggle with evil, it was also the beginning of the plan to redeem and protect you from it. You see, I am the light of the world. Wherever I go, darkness cannot remain. This is why the forces of evil work so hard to pull you away from the light, because they cannot overpower it. They fear the light, for it reveals their lies and exposes their weaknesses. Good and evil are like two sides of a coin. One cannot exist without the other in this world, but it is your choice which side you will focus on. The good in this world is reflected in love, kindness, and peace. These are the attributes of the light. They bring life, joy, and fulfillment. When you act in goodness, you strengthen your connection to the light and weaken the power that evil can have over you. Evil, on the other hand, is the absence of light. It manifests in fear, hatred, jealousy, and pain. It is a destructive force that seeks to break down what is good. But remember this, evil cannot create anything new. It can only twist and corrupt what is already good. That's why the demons in these haunted videos are so terrifying. They are taking something natural, like a home, and turning it into something disturbing, making what is good appear dangerous. But this is just an illusion. Scripture is filled with examples of good triumphing over evil. Think about the story of David and Goliath, a young boy with no armor, no experience in battle, but filled with faith in the light. He stood against a giant, a symbol of fear and evil, and through his faith, he conquered what seemed impossible. This story, like many others, is meant to show you that no matter how powerful evil may seem, it is nothing when confronted by the power of good. Evil tries to convince you that you are weak, that you cannot fight against it. But that is not the truth. You were made in the image of God, and within you lies the potential for greatness and strength that evil cannot defeat. When you align yourself with the light, no darkness can harm you. The world may show you things that are scary, haunted places, paranormal experiences, and unexplained events. But don't let these things shake your faith. These are reminders that darkness exists, but they are also opportunities to strengthen your connection to the light. Evil only thrives where there is no light. It is up to you to bring that light into your life and into the world around you. So, what does this mean for you? It means that every day you have a choice. You can choose to focus on the good, or you can let fear and doubt open a door to the bad. Watching these haunted videos, you might feel the pull of fear, and that's natural. But remember, fear is a tool of the enemy. It is used to weaken your defenses, to make you feel vulnerable. Fear is what gives evil a foothold in your life. But there is a way to fight it. Just as I told my disciples long ago, I tell you now, do not be afraid. Fear is the beginning of evil's influence, but faith is its end. When you have faith, when you trust in the goodness within you and the light that surrounds you, evil cannot touch you. There will always be moments when evil tries to make itself known, whether through haunted videos or other dark experiences. But in every instance, there is also a reminder of good. You have the power to focus on what is true, what is pure, and what is righteous. When you do, you close the door to evil and open yourself up to more of the light. Every choice you make to do good is a choice to strengthen the light. Whether it's a simple act of kindness or resisting the urge to indulge in fear or negativity, these are the things that build your spiritual defenses. Every prayer, every positive thought, and every righteous action brings more light into your life. Good and evil are ever present, but the light always wins. You must decide each day which path you will follow. And if you choose the light, you will never walk in darkness. And when you encounter manipulation, whether from people or situations, be discerning. Evil often disguises itself as something good, but if you look closely, you will see the cracks. Trust your intuition, your sense of what is right and wrong. If something feels off, it probably is. Do not be swayed by temporary pleasures or easy solutions. These are the traps that evil sets for you. Stay grounded in your faith and your values, and you will not be led astray. Now let's talk about one of the most effective ways to shield your spirit from evil's influence: prayer. Prayer is not just a ritual or a routine. It is your direct connection to the light. Through prayer, you can fortify your soul against the forces of darkness. When you pray, you are inviting the light to fill every part of your life, to guard your heart and mind, and to protect you from evil's attempts to enter. I want to remind you of this important truth. Evil cannot win unless you allow it to. It may try to scare you, isolate you, make you doubt, or manipulate you, but it has no real power over you unless you give it permission. You are stronger than you know, and the light within you is far greater than any darkness that may try to come against you. Recognizing the presence of evil is the first step in defeating it. Stay vigilant, stay connected to the light, and you will always have the strength to overcome. Remember, I am with you always, and where I am, darkness cannot remain.